In a land of golden halls and mighty kings lived a girl whose name was whispered only in the quiet corners of Shushan. She was ordinary, or so she thought. Esther, a girl hidden behind palace walls, peering at a world far too grand for her. But destiny has a way of finding us, even when we do not seek it. In her reflection, she glimpsed a crown she never dreamed of, and above her, heaven's hand was already writing her story. By day, she walked the marketplace, laughed with children, and sewed by the window. Life was simple, peaceful, until the trumpet sounded. A royal search began. The queen was gone, and Esther was chosen to enter the gates of the king. Her beauty and grace caught the king's eye, but Esther carried a secret, one she hid deep within her heart. By candlelight she prayed, not for crowns, not for glory, but for courage. Then came a voice, Mordecai's call. Esther, perhaps you were chosen for such a time as this. Fear trembled in her chest, but faith lifted her steps, and she stood for her people, for her God, for all who had no voice. But in the shadows rose Haman, cruel, proud, ruthless. His plan was destruction. Mordecai tore his robes, crying out, "Speak, Esther, do not be silent now." Her choice was life or death. For 3 days she fasted, she prayed, and when the doors of the throne room opened, the world seemed to stop. The king lifted his scepter, and Esther found her courage. "Spare my people," she cried. "Haman's plot must end." And it did. The people rejoiced, the city danced, and Esther, the girl who thought she was ordinary, was crowned with honor at the rising of the sun. She was never chosen for crowns or fame, but for courage, for faith, for hope, for such a time as this.
In a land of kings and golden halls, a girl once lived behind palace walls. She never dreamed she'd wear a crown, but heaven's hand was writing it down and down. Esther, a girl just like you or me, living quiet in Shushan peacefully, till one day the queen was gone, and a royal search was soon begun. With her beauty and her grace, she found favor in that place, but she hid the truth. She knew that her God had chosen her too. For such a time as this, I will stand. Though I'm afraid, I'll trust God's plan. If I perish, still I'll try to be the voice to speak, to rise, not just for me, but all of mine, for such a time, for such a time as this. Haman's plan was cruel and dark, to strike God's people, leave a mark. But Mordecai